Now, President Donald Trump's spiritual odyssey continues. He's visited Israel and Saudi Arabia, home to Judaism and Islam, and on Wednesday he visited the Vatican, where he met Pope Francis, the head of the Catholic Church. After a private conversation, he was heard telling the Pope, "Thank you, I won't forget what you said." Presumably the topic was spiritual, but soon things turned very much material and financial as Trump met Italy's President Sergio Mattarella. Italy's facing economic challenges with the EU's largest public debt after Greece and is expected to have the slowest growth of the bloc this year. Well, joining me from Rome now is Giovanni Ferri, a professor of economics at the LUMSA University. Giovanni, thank you so much for joining us here on Money Talks this evening. I wanted to ask you about Donald Trump to start with before we get into Italy's own economic problems. He's there for the G7 meeting. Do you get the sense that other leaders are a little anxious about what Trump will throw into the mix?
Well, yes, it's a question mark what Mr. Trump will do exactly at the meeting in Taormina. Taormina is famous for its very ancient theater, the amphitheater of Taormina, looking at the volcano, the Etna, and we don't know whether Mr. Trump will be a volcano himself.
You know, Italy wants the United States to take in more refugees and migrants. It's been under quite some burden for the past couple of years. Do you think that Trump's new administration would be interested in doing that? It hasn't given many signals that he is.
I share your view. I suspect that although the immigration decree that was launched last month had some problems at the beginning, there is a clear objective of Mr. Trump to refrain from having more migrants to the U.S. So the issue for Italy, which is the largest recipient of illegal immigrants to Europe, is not looking at the U.S., but it is trying to strike a deal with the other European countries.
Let me ask you about Trump's attitude towards the European Union as a whole. He really was quite gleeful when Britain exited or voted to exit the European Union. Do European Union leaders regard him with suspicion?
Yes, I suspect that there was a lot of suspicion at the beginning, but we have seen that, for instance, on the NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, there was also an initial stance by Mr. Trump, who was somehow bullish. He said that NATO is not relevant any longer, but he seems to have retrenched from that, and maybe he's learning on the job.
Well, Professor Giovanni, thank you so much for joining us from Rome.